Dr. Scott D. Miller. He's the president of Virginia Wesleyan College. And I'm going to read this. Scott has done a really nice thing, Doctor. He's given me one paragraph. So I'm going to read a little bit of it. It's a national liberal arts college located in Norfolk and Virginia Beach, Virginia, respected as one of the most entrepreneurial, wow, try that one, higher education executives in America. Dr. Miller is in his 24th year as a college president. Dr. Miller has dedicated his career to the opportunities available through education. He especially values the small, classical, liberal arts college environment that offers students personalized pathways to life and career success. Previously, he was president of Bethany College from 2007 to 2015, Wesley College, Lincoln Memorial University, and Dr. Miller has also was also executive vice president from 1988 to 91 and vice president for development at Lincoln Memorial, the university. Director of college relations and alumni affairs at Rio Grande College, now university in Ohio. He authored or collaborated on 12 books, President to President, Views on Technology and Higher Education, 2010, and multiple volumes of Presidential Perspectives. He's a regular columnist for College Planning and Management, the Huffington Post, and Enrollment Manager. Dr. Miller earned his BA degree in Communications from West Virginia Wesleyan College, MA in Educational Administration from the University of Dayton, and Vanderbilt University, and I'm missing something, I lost my place, excuse me. Anyway, and let's welcome Dr.
Slide this up a little closer to you. Yeah, we're good. Very good. Can you hear me in the back? Yes. That's good. I did that at a faculty meeting once, and when the people in the back said they couldn't hear me, the people in the front got up and moved to the back. There's a packet at your table. If you would, just take this. It's some information about the school. If you know a prospective student, share the packet with them. If you're extremely wealthy and are looking for a place to give some money and get a great tax write-off, there's a location in there that you can find to send it. I thought I'd take about 10 minutes to share some information about the school, and then I'm going to give Cece 10 minutes to do a rebuttal. You see, in February, when I was announced as president at Virginia Wesleyan, I said to the board, you know, there's been a long-term president, and usually when there's been a long-term president, there's an institutional assessment that's done by an independent group of experts in higher education. And so I named a firm, and they looked at the list, and they said, well, this Jim Cook used to be at Old Dominion and lives in the community part of the year. What do you think of us getting him to lead an assessment team? And I said, great, you know, nationally recognized authority in higher education. He'll lead a perfect team in to do that type of assessment. And then I was invited on Saturday to go to the ODU North Carolina State game, and I'm sitting in the president's box talking with Cece, and I find out that she was one of the people on that assessment team that came in to take a look. So she can tell you if what I'm sharing with you is true and accurate, and we'll give her a rebuttal opportunity later on. You know, I'm thrilled to be here. Bring greetings from Virginia Wesleyan College, which is the only private residential liberal arts college in Hampton Roads. And how many of you are really familiar with the college? That's pretty. Santa Claus, come now.
Well, I know where it is, I know about it, but
we'll have to have him come to campus in December,
Christmas party
but not
every
before
year.
he heads south. How many of you have visited the campus? Great. Are any of you graduates of Virginia Wesleyan? Okay. That's because Yeah, and a nephew.
I have a nephew.
There you go.
I probably shouldn't say it's probably because we're a very young institution
Yes.
by higher education terms. I'm really delighted to tell you about Virginia Wesleyan. You know, I have to tell you that when I moved to rural West Virginia 8 years ago, very few friends or relatives called to say that they were coming to assist us with the move. And when my wife and I announced this year our move to Norfolk, Virginia Beach, friends and family came out of the woodwork to offer their assistance, and many of them have found reason to come back several weeks in a row, week after week after week. In fact, a college teammate of mine at West Virginia Wesleyan, a fellow who I had seen once in 34 years, even offered to come and spend an entire week helping us. We have location here, something that's an asset really to every business in this room and to us as a college. The beautiful location of our college does recommend us to those seeking a distinctive educational experience. As I speak with you this morning, images from the campus will be running in the background to give you a sense of life at Virginia Wesleyan. First, let me share a little bit about our history. It's been more than a half a century since the founders of Virginia Wesleyan established a charter for the college in 1961. And I'm sure some of you know Bob Boyd, who lives in Norfolk. You know, Bob was the one who carried that charter to Richmond, and back in 1961. The founders purchased the land that was then the Smith Farm right on the border of two cities, Norfolk and Virginia Beach. And since that time, the college has had just 4 presidents. I'm proud to have been named the 4th president this past February, and I began my tenure on July the 1st. The college's 50-year history has also been captured in book form, most recently a book called Wisdom Lights the Way, and it was written by popular local longtime administrator and college archivist Dr. Stephen Mansfield, who I'm sure many of you know Steve. The college's founders made a wise decision indeed, and as you can see in the images, our beautiful campus is the perfect place for rigorous study, experiential learning, and quiet reflection. Virginia Wesleyan's founders deliberately selected this picturesque place of beauty where students could study and reflect, and yet be in the midst of a thriving metropolitan area that affords them opportunities for quality internships and abundant recreation. Although times and fashions have changed dramatically over the years, the college's essential character, emphasizing intellectual freedom, higher learning, social responsibility, ethical conduct, and religious freedom in a supportive academic environment, continue to flourish. More than 9,000 alumni have gone forth to become national and international leaders. Virginia Wesleyan alumni include Bob Valvano, host and commentator for ESPN Radio, Mike White, the CEO of Marst, Lindsay Reynolds, COO of the Democratic National Convention, and Joe Rudy, Chief Innovation Officer for the Port of Norfolk, just to name a few. As we mentioned in the intro, I grew up in Pennsylvania and graduated from another small residential liberal arts college, West Virginia Wesleyan College. And as I enter my 24th year as a college president, I've seen many changes, such as how we recruit students, what students and parents expect for tuition dollars, how grant makers and legislators view higher education, and how we operate a sometimes very traditional enterprise in a very non-traditional, challenging time. One factor has remained constant: the need to manage a college or university as a business. The role requires a keen understanding of budgets, financing, and fundraising, for example, and those areas represent only some of the skills needed to be an effective campus CEO. Add to that the critical areas of marketing, alumni relations, parent relations, student life, faculty development, physical plant operation, personnel management, the list goes on. Virginia Wesleyan is fortunate to have great people, scholarly faculty, and talented staff who really help to make that job easier for me. And somebody asked me at another presentation, your job is so complex, it seems like you're a mayor of a city. That is what it feels like on a college campus. A little bit about Virginia Wesleyan. We enroll 1,442 undergraduate students who are racially and internationally diverse. 25% of our students are African American. Another 17% of our students are from underrepresented populations. Our top majors are business, biology, psychology, criminal justice, communications, education, and recreation and leisure studies. Our distinguished faculty, 90% of whom hold the highest degrees in their fields, are scholars, published authors, respected scientists, and talented musicians. Because of their efforts, Virginia Wesleyan is a national leader in curricular innovation. We offer 33 majors in our nationally acclaimed 4x4 curriculum, which provides for time in each course dedicated to experiential learning, an opportunity to apply what students are learning in the classroom to real-world experiences on campus and beyond. Instruction typically occurs in small classes, averaging about 13 students in every class. The core of the Virginia Wesleyan experience is the interaction between professor and student, the dialogue based on mutual trust and shared excitement about what can be learned, and this doesn't occur at larger institutions or in online programs. We think of the liberal arts as a web of information in which courses are intricately connected, offering broad perspectives that draw on a variety of disciplines. From the principles of management to the politics of hip-hop, our students are challenged to think critically and communicate effectively using 21st century tools that connect the classroom to career. We strongly encourage our students to prepare to become citizens of the world, to value other cultures, to take all that we offer, and to expect that in their lifetimes the learning curve will become even steeper. We don't prepare students just for their first job. We prepare them for the next job and for an entire productive lifetime. Current initiatives at Virginia Wesleyan include the opening of a new Center for Experiential Learning with a focus on preparing students for success in 3 key high-impact areas. Every student must conduct undergraduate research, study away, and also take advantage of an internship, and I'd like to see this grow to include service learning. This center joins 3 other centers on our campus: the Center for the Study of Religious Freedom, the Center for Sacred Music, and the Center for Innovative Teaching and Engaged Learning. We just opened a $3 million synthetic turf birdsong field where the soccer, lacrosse, and field hockey teams, as well as our intramural program, can now play in state-of-the-art facilities. The field is named after the birdsong family, and the funds primarily were contributed by the Birdsong Foundation and local business leaders George and Sue Birdsong. And design is underway for the 40,000 square foot Greer Environmental Sciences Center, which will open in the fall of 2017, creating powerful connections for students to local ecological communities and expanding collaboration with regional environmental organizations. This building was paid for in its entirety. Construction, planning, equipment, furnishings, all of the support for the facility by one donor anonymously to make this. Jim, you can't share who that donor is, he knows. It shows the power of philanthropy, something that really helps us with that cutting edge advantage. We're also in the planning and design stages for a new academic arts building to be named after Susan and David Good. 5-year gifts and pledges have surpassed $6 million for what will be called Good Hall. We'll continue to explore ways to upgrade academic facilities and athletic programs to provide the contemporary student-friendly amenities that today's undergraduates expect. Virginia Wesleyan has garnered many points of pride. The college has once again been chosen as one of the nation's best by the Princeton Review and will be featured in its guide, The Best 380 Colleges. We have also been selected by the Princeton Review as one of the most environmentally responsible colleges in the U.S. and Canada, and we're profiled in its guide to 353 green colleges. We were recognized as one of the top 8 liberal arts colleges in the country for veterans by U.S. News & World Report in its ranking of the best colleges for veterans, and we're for the 2nd year in a row a college of distinction, chosen for excellence in student-focused higher education and exemplary commitment to 4 distinctions set forth by collegesofdistinction.com, and they are engaged students, great teaching, a vibrant community, and successful outcomes. And we've been featured by Forbes magazine on its list of 50 college gems, meaning quality higher education at an affordable cost. Our athletic teams provide additional points of pride. Men's basketball reached the NCAA Division III Final Four. Women's basketball won their first ever ODAC championship, and both the men's and women's teams advanced to the NCAA tournament. Softball competed in the NCAA regional tournament and finished 11th in the country. Our men's athletics teams brought home their first ODAC Commissioner's Cup for overall performance, and Wesleyan was named the 40th best college for female athletes, 40th best out of 1,100 NCAA institutions. This encompasses all 3 NCAA divisions, 1, 2, and 3, with 1,100 members. We were 40th for the best campus for women, female athletes. And in our division, Division III, we were number 11 in the country out of 450. One of the areas I've been most impressed with is the college's efforts with community service. Nearly 600 students are engaged in community service each semester, from Marlins Read, where students read with elementary students in the Bayside area, to cooking for kids, to volunteering for the Southeastern Virginia Food Bank and Habitat for Humanity. Our students are using their talents, passion, and education to make a difference in the lives of others. Virginia Wesleyan has even hosted a winter shelter for the homeless on our campus for the past 9 years. We partner with Portsmouth Volunteers for the Homeless in that endeavor, and to our knowledge, we're the only college that actually hosts a shelter on our campus. We believe that lending a hand is the most basic form of leadership, and we believe that engaging students in meaningful service and learning experience that meet real community needs provides opportunities for students to reflect on personal development and the connection between the classroom and the community. All of Virginia Wesleyan's accomplishments have been achieved at a time when higher education is under immense pressure and increased intense scrutiny. It's no secret that times are tough in higher education and in the world around us. Every day we receive reports from around the country on endowment losses, layoffs, operational declines, and a variety of wide-reaching challenges. While Virginia Wesleyan remains dynamic and vibrant, it's not insulated from national trends affecting small liberal arts college. This is much work. There is still much work that needs to be done. My first 2.5 months at Virginia Wesleyan have been a true delight. I was impressed with the college after studying it before I came here, and I must tell you that after being here for just 2.5 months, I'm doubly impressed. Virginia Wesleyan has excellent faculty and staff who are committed to our students and the mission of the college. I'm humbled daily by the love and sense of loyalty our alumni exhibit toward their alma mater. If you have not visited already, I invite you to visit our campus and to encourage prospective college students in your lives to do the same. I'm sure that you too will see why Virginia Wesleyan is an important part of the Hampton Roads community. I thank you. And Cece, do you want to do a rebuttal? You want to do a rebuttal, and then I'll answer some questions.
All I want to say is he is wonderful. He's a great addition to the Hampton Roads community, and we welcome you, Dr. Scott Miller.
Thank you, Cece.
I went out there as a part of a team, and I was delighted. And all of the things that I found, and all of those things that you saw there and he said there are true.
Thank you.
The only problem that I have with you, Dr. Miller, is I extended an opportunity for you to join us. And you said no.
What did your mentor say to you about joining clubs?
Well, that's what he said to you. You said that he said that to you. But he told me that I needed to join a Rotary club.
He told me, don't join clubs, speak to them. Her friend and colleague. Over here. Yeah.
I just share with you that whenever anything in the community, whether interfaith, ecumenical, or things like this, the openness of that campus to do things there. For example, this Saturday is a big conference called One Love. Let's talk about race. It's an all-day thing. Been sponsored by Sowers of Justice, but also the black community, things like this. So it's a typical kind of response. Whenever we were doing cultural conversations with you and Rice Group in Virginia Beach, where did we go?
Yeah.
So, and Nexus is unbelievable.
Yeah. We still are a well-kept secret, and I intend to change that. And you know, an extension of what you're saying, we have a terrific campus chaplain in Greg West, absolutely phenomenal. I've gone to chapel each Sunday afternoon, and to see the students, I've been on campuses where students have been required to go to chapel as a part of, you know, some type of assignment. These students are there voluntarily, and to hear the passion in their voices is just amazing. Yes, sir.
Being a grandparent and parent of many college graduates, and I have a freshman at the University of Virginia this year. You know, they have
Couldn't get into Wesleyan.
She wanted to get away from her parents.
I can understand.
UVA had a
You
tuition
get that part.
tuition increase of 9.5% this year. You know, it's interesting when I look and go online, public education is catching you. You know,
Yeah.
your big thing has been you're private, you got to charge a lot of money. You're not that far ahead anymore, and I think that's a wonderful opportunity for universities and colleges like you.
Well, our sticker price, if you go to the website, you know, I've asked our marketing team to really reposition our cost, because our sticker price is $42,000, but a typical student pays $22,000 to go to college at Virginia Wesleyan, which isn't too different from a public institution. And it's only $22,000. The reason is that we have had generous alumni and friends who have created a $58 million endowment fund, and that makes higher education affordable. And we think that learning at the small residential liberal arts college is something that's unparalleled. I talked about the 13 students to a classroom. We like to think that learning occurs outside of the classroom, and that's a value added. People come to a residential liberal arts institution to prepare for life. Everybody has 168 hours in a week. Typical student takes 18 credit hours per semester. They sleep 42 to 50 hours. That leaves 100 hours of additional time. And it's our intent to partner with the student and their families for a learning experience that prepares them for a lifetime. So, yes, sir.
How does the name Wesleyan tie the schools together that you mentioned?
Yeah, we are affiliated with the United Methodist Church. We're one of 119 colleges, universities, and seminaries nationwide that are affiliated with the United Methodist Church. And that is an active part of our mission. We get some funding from the Virginia Conference and also from the National Association of Schools and Colleges of the United Methodist Church. And after we go through accreditation every 10 years, the reaffirmation of accreditation process, then a team from the University Senate of the Methodist Church comes in to authenticate our Methodist mission and to verify that we are indeed worthy of having affiliated status with the United Methodist Church nationally.
Thank you.
And we have the bishop and 3 district superintendents that serve on our board of trustees. Yes, sir.
How successful are your grads getting into med school, law school, and so forth?
The sciences, actually the incoming class this year just bumped business up to #1 by a few students. Before that, the sciences had been the #1 major and have consistently been in recent years #1 or 2. We're very strong in the sciences. One of the things that I'm pursuing more aggressively is dual degree and partnership programs with graduate schools. It's something I have as a part of my experience in the past. We have 5 recent grads that, because of an articulation agreement that we have with Eastern Virginia Medical School, a seamless agreement that they go right into medical school there. We're having active discussions with them right now on 8 different dual degree programs, physician assistant programs and the like, and we're also pursuing relationships outside of the area as well. That means I've exhausted my time. I could go for hours if you want.
No. But you can take a few moments and
Pick one of these numbers, please.
No.
Since I don't have my glasses, I really don't even have to look away. Do I need to make sure that you're not,
Can you read the last three digits?
here, hang on.
I can whisper them to you.
You can do the drum roll. 388 0088.
088.
088.
Oh, good, they left draw again.
Going once. Going twice.
088.
Pull again.
Well,
Pull again.
Have to do it again?
Yeah, put those
Gotta keep the glasses out. Suspense is growing. 388 0 1 0 0.
Oh, that's me.
All right.
There you go.
Be sure and check her ticket to make sure it does match.
Thank you, gang.
Dr. Miller, I would like to present to you a Rotary Cup.
Terrific.
And
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
ladies and gentlemen, I'll ask you to do one last thing. If you would please pick this piece of information up and look at the very bottom. What's it say at the very bottom?
Bring a spark, light a fire.
Bring a spark, light a fire. This meeting is adjourned. Be a gift to the world.